Hello and welcome everyone to episode 231 of One Piece at a Time, the One Piece read-through podcast where we read and discuss 5 chapters of the One Piece manga each and every week. I'm your host, Derrick Bettner, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and freelance letterer, Brandon Bovia. How you doing, Brandon?
Egghead, 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 egghead.
Oh my God.
I'm very excited.
This is the one I was like very comment heavy with you when I was reading it. It was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Right off the bat, there's so much. Like this arc, as I feel like I sort of alluded to a few times on the podcast, I feel like now that we are officially in the final saga of One Piece, I really do feel like the pacing of the manga is just like bam, 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 bam. It's like after reading this set and kind of knowing this arc is still fairly fresh in my memory, so I'm like, oh yeah, I know where this is all going, and I'm like, oh my God, it throws you right into it.
It really does. I mean, a lot of One Piece plots do that, but it really just like, here's all this info. And I think what makes it feel so different is the fact that it's stuff that's been teased at for such a long time. Because, I mean, Vegapunk was first hinted at during the fight against was it Miss Merry Christmas? Was that the 4 Kids version? The mole lady in Alabasta.
Yeah. I think she is Merry Christmas. See,
either way, because of her dog, and there's like a certain scientist is able to give devil fruits to objects, and it's just like, what?
Yes.
And then you learn the name Vegapunk and all this thanks to Kobe, and eventually get even more information. And Vegapunk just keeps coming up, and to finally meet, in quotes, heavily
sort
quotes.
of.
You know.
It's as is the case. Often the case with One Piece, it's complicated.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because boy, did that throw me for a loop at first, and we'll get into that. Yeah. Also, this is such a Moria / Kaido situation that is hilarious in retrospect. Because you look at what Caesar's attempting to do, and he's like,
yeah.
Yes, of course I'm a rival to Vegapunk. And you look at this, it's like, no, you're not. This is not even.
You're not. Yeah, sit down, buddy. Yeah, no. Oh my goodness, it really is like you said. It's not only like really, really good lore drops, but it is like long-term stuff that is finally kind of coming to light, and there's so much of it. It's so good. This whole arc is that. This whole arc is just, I feel like it is just payoff after payoff after payoff. Oh my goodness.
It's an arc that benefits from from experiencing everything that came before, it seems, which
yeah.
I'm down for.
I think it's kind of perfect for this podcast, right? Like I feel like, especially now going back to it, like I have more One Piece locked into my brain than at any other point in my life. So it's like, yeah, of course, like, that we're paying off all of this long-term stuff, like, yeah, it would be satisfying in this particular moment. So, you know, like, this is an arc for the lore heads. Like, it really is.
Yeah. And we've kind of become that point as well. It's fascinating to see just like what we've built up to after all this time, you know, just to see it all come to fruition. And I mean, it's just so entertaining. But the crazy thing is, before we even get into
oh, that's right.
This, I almost forgot about this. Before we get into this, there's a lot of comments that we should probably, and we've never done this before, remark on from the last time, because from our pre-film read episode. 229, finishing up Wano, and getting this started, because there was a lot of discussion about that, and I thought it'd be interesting to address those and where we come back, because it's stuff that we did not go into at that time, which is crazy considering how long the episode was.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny to be like, what do you mean you didn't talk about this or that? It's like, dog, that episode's 2.5 hours long. There's just some stuff that I'll maybe even like, oh, I thought about that, but I just forgot to mention it.
Yeah.
And there's also there's so much. So like, yeah, let's talk about it, because I did find a lot of these comments really interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going to go through a few of these and see what we have here. And some of them are definitely longer than others. But one of the more common things I've noticed amongst a lot of people is the subject of carrot.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of people were very unsatisfied about how carrot was written out of the story at this point. Yeah. Which, in retrospect, yeah, I didn't even think about it, but yeah, she did not get a proper goodbye from the crew, despite that.
Yeah.
And as somebody pointed out, Carrot actually interacted with a good portion of the crew, if not all of them. Meanwhile, Yamato met maybe 2, 3 of them.
Yeah. See, I get that, but I also think it's different of like, okay, Carrot interacted with all of these Straw Hats, but I never felt that she was particularly like from the reader's perspective, you know, like she's been in Wano, but I was never like, you know, and certainly has those cool hype scenes, you know, in Onigashima, but I never like, I felt like her story was done in Whole Cake, and that was sort of it. Mm-hmm. And I like sort of the handoff with and the sacrifice with Pedro, and kind of how that is, you know, kind of how that weighs on her. But like, I never felt like she was a really kind of narratively kind of key point in Wano, which is maybe why I don't know. I feel like if you were reading these chapters all as they came out, and you know, I binged all of Whole Cake and all like the first half of Wano. So like, I don't really have, but by the time I was week to week on the manga, Carrot was already kind of a
minor. Yeah. Once you leave Whole Cake, kind of Carrot doesn't really have a whole lot to do up until she has the fight against Perospero, which she loses.
Yeah. And that's fine. Yeah. I just think that there's sort of a different perspective of like how you get attached to things week to week, and sort of that build up, and how like those characters that stick in your head versus a binge, right? Or even kind of in the format of this podcast, you know, like rereading Wano, I was not like, oh man, Carrot, you know, like I like Carrot, but you know, I don't really feel any particularly strong way, and I kind of still don't really feel all that bad. She should have gotten more than she got. Yeah. And I'm glad to see that the anime gave her more. I'm not like, oh, darn. Yeah. You know, I have to be honest with where my feelings are at.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people. Like I said, I think that's one of the big comment is about Carrot and Yamato, about them whether they join the crew or not, and how they're set up to join the crew, and so forth. And I get it. Carrot is a very likable character, but at no point did I feel like she was going to join the crew, because she didn't feel like she had that dream that everybody else had in the same way. Like, and her dream is very, very similar to Yamato's dream at a certain point, you know, to see the world. And Yamato has more thematic resonance with that flashback that we were given, and a lot of times flashbacks sort of tie into what sets up for that. But
setting up the parallel with like Odin and stuff.
Yeah, and as another person pointed out in the comments, was how having Yamato join right now, honestly, probably not for the best, because one, it would be add another powerhouse to the team. It makes them just that much stronger. And 2, it takes focus away from Jinbei. We've worked all this time to get Jinbei in there. We finally have Jinbei as part of the crew. We kind of getting a sense of where he's gelling, but we need those arcs kind of like what Brooke had, in order to get him as part of, like, to integrate much more fully. And
I agree with that.
And when I thought about it from that, it's like, no, that's a good point. That's a really good point, that it's better to make Yamato wait for now.
Yeah. I also feel like, well, maybe keep an eye out on this for the, you know, remainder of the manga that we have left. I do sort of feel like now that we have, you know, our 10-man Straw Hat crew, I do feel kind of like Oda doesn't always know what to do with everybody in every situation. And I think adding more Straw Hats to that is just going to make, it's going like more, having more Straw Hats on the crew is going to make each individual one stand out less, I guess, or it'll be hard for individual Straw Hats to get moments when it feels like, okay, you know, these 3 or 4 characters are doing this thing, and then, you know, like you have they'll split up into groups, and then you kind of feel like, oh, this person was just kind of on the bench for the whole arc, or was just like, oh, they didn't know what to do, so you just kind of put him in a hole for a little while.
Yeah. It's and we saw him solve that issue by splitting him up as for Dressrosa and Whole Cake, and that worked really well to keep the focus on a lot of these characters and still have them.
Yeah, but we don't have that excuse anymore.
And then with Wano, we brought them all together, and well, we saw the effects of that where they got something to do, but some were more important than others. You know, it does what it needs to. So yeah, I think holding off on Yamato does work in the long run. I don't feel compelled to have Carrot as part of the crew. I think she was a fine guest. I think she can be she's a very fun character, but I don't think I ever, maybe because I already knew, but I never got the same, even reading through it, I never got the sense that Oda was promising something. Yamato felt more like a promise.
Yeah. That is a much more of a case of like a rug pull. And I think I'm more mad at the rug pull than I am like at Yamato specifically not joining, especially going through these chapters now, or, you know, through sort of those last few chapters of Wano where it's like, well, time to go join Luffy and his crew. And you're like, well, just don't say that, you know, like just don't do it or don't is just kind of my perspective on it. And, you know, maybe Yamato will join the Straw Hats for the final arc or just like the big final battle. At this point, even now, if you're starting Egghead, I do feel it's like kind of too late already.
It does feel a little too late, unless this final saga, again in quotes, is so much longer than we expect.
Yeah. Unless One Piece secretly has like 5 arcs left, which, hey, maybe it might.
It could. It easily could. So
it easily could. So, you know, it really, really depends. But, you know, and I know I don't want to sound like I'm backpedaling, because I still really like Yamato, and I would like a future where he joins the crew, but 10 is a nice, good, smooth number. And if anybody has to be the last Straw Hat, might as well be Jinbei.
Might as well be Jinbei. Yeah. I don't know. And that, honestly, Yamato joining the crew could be a good post Pirate King thing.
Yeah. Certainly, no doubt, we will see more of Yamato.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
which, depending on your perspective, is a threat.
Yeah, I've noticed that not everybody likes Yamato. Somebody described him as him as a poochie.
Yes, which I agree. I don't disagree with that.
No,
but
they're not
dang it,
wrong
I
when
like
you
him.
break
In
it
the
down.
same way that some folks in my friend group call Sabo an OC, and I'm like, you're right, but darn it, he's my OC, and I love him.
He benefits from a really, really well placed flashback.
That is also true.
And catharsis after Ace. So yeah. But I just wanted to comment on that just because there were so many comments compared to what we usually get.
I really like that. A lot of people showed up for our last episode of Wano, and I thought the discussions were really, really interesting. And I'm so happy. Like our like little community on YouTube is amazing.
Yeah, and we get plenty of great comments
I look
on
forward to
nothing quite to the discussion levels that on our podcast places and whatnot. But that's fine. I mean, I'm just glad people enjoy it in one way or the other.
Exactly. Yeah. If you care enough to leave a comment, like, that is all. I barely leave comments on anything.
Oh,
so
I don't.
I don't.
Like, I'll enjoy it,
that,
but I don't leave comments, and I've had a hard time building that up. So thank you for being better than me.
Yeah. You care enough about this podcast to listen to what we have to say and sort of. It feels that there's like more of a back and forth, and I'll go in there and kind of reply to people and stuff. Like I like stuff like that. Like as long as you're like cordial and not like mean about it, and just everybody's
everybody's
so
very
sweet.
nice about it. So.
I love it. it just feels like a nice little slice of heaven on the internet. So where I get to talk about One Piece and I don't have to worry about like, scans and stuff.
Perfect. Well, let's go ahead and actually get to the, set of 5 chapters we were here to talk about.
Yeah, that was 15 minutes already.
Yeah, it needed. Wano just will never die.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be talking about Wano for the rest of One Piece.
Yeah.
Which is also a threat.
Very much so. Anyway, chapter 1061, Future Island Egghead. So yes, this is the indication that you've had your build up. It's time to actually get to this next island. And Germa has successfully escaped and brought along Caesar. So let's get the heck out of Whole Cake.
Yeah, exactly. All right, hey, we're wrapping up this cover story.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. It's like, what kind of adventure are they going to get into next? And well, this takes a swerve, that's for sure. When it comes to these,
yes, it does.
Pages.
In this set, it's rad. It's so cool.
Makes me so glad that we put so much attention into those.
Yeah.
Where we pick up where we left off last time with Zoro cutting up in that weird water bubble, them noticing a person inside, Chopper getting thrown over thanks to his hat, Luffy grabbing him, and then them blowing towards where this mysterious person is, which turns out to be Bonnie in her kid form. And so while they're flying around, Luffy grabs a hold of her, and now they're out in the middle of the ocean while a giant shark is about to swallow the Sunny Hole.
Yes.
What an intro.
What an intro indeed. And then it just like pops out of the water. You can just very vaguely see, like it now that you see better look at it on the surface, it's quite mechanical looking. You could just kind of make out the letters punk on it. Mm-hmm. And they're, even Zoro comments like, is that made of metal?
And it's like, ooh, barely got out of that one. And I right away, I love how Jinbei has his moments. And it's a great way to sort of split up the group. It's like, oh crap, Luffy and Chopper fell into the sea. They're in trouble. Frankie, you take the helm. I'm going in after them. So we've got our. Yeah. It's like as soon as you see that,
thank God somebody can swim,
especially at that distance. It's not always on Sanji anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Frankie gets to show off his tech and have his rabbit screw in there, hit the boosters, and then the shark launches missiles at them.
Yes,
it's an insane opening. It's like it's a full-on naval battle.
Yes, exactly. Maybe one of the most naval battles in all of One Piece so far.
And they're kind of hit, or it explodes nearby. They're gonna capsize.
Capsizing.
And Robin and Nami go overboard, and of course Sanji's over to rescue them. Meanwhile, Jinbei's rescuing the other three in the water, and he's like, "Wait, was there an explosion back there?" Either way, we're gonna head to the surface, and oh geez, this current, there's not even much of rudder can do with this whole instance. So, these are some rough waters. And then the shark gets ready to blow them up.
Right. Uh-oh. So they're like, okay, we got to dive down. So they all three of them take a breath. Jinbei just gets them all out of there.
I love the faces they make as they take their big breath. They're just sort of out of it. Oh boy! But then you see, good thing that I guess Sunny is still coated in the stuff that allowed them to go to the Fishman Island, because it's completely underwater.
Yes. And capsized, I think. Yeah, at this point. Yeah.
Upside down, underwater. Still going, though. And that's when the Getter Robo decides to get behind this shark.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Do you see why I like this arc so much?
I was like, oh, it's all mech based. It's Oda getting to indulge in his love of giant robots. Yes. That explains.
What other manga would you have a giant robot that see it says Vega Force 1 on it, and it just punches the shark right in the face?
It's so good. And like, I honestly, when I first saw that, I wasn't looking too close. I was like, oh damn, did Frankie get an upgrade?
Right, yeah, where did this thing come from? And like you see it, and the shark is like, oh god, looking at this thing. So it's looking quite panicked.
So they're all kind of drowning, and it's not looking so good. And that's when we decide to go to a nearby island, the Naval Branch G14, where did not expect this. We're checking in on Tashigi and the kids from Punk Hazard. That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's honestly one of those things I always forget about whenever we kind of cut back to it, because I'm like, oh right, that's still like they're kind of like they're making good progress. Like, you know, they're saying you know that. Was this Mocha?
Yeah,
like,
Mocha.
I shrunk a lot so far. Yeah, and it's just like you hardly recognize you, and so it's just like it's cute that they're still trying to help these kids.
Yeah, it's a nice focus for Tashigi to go for.
I agree.
And then damn, this design is really good.
It is. Goth mommy vice admiral doll.
Yeah, I see that, and I'm like, that is Oda. We've talked a lot about how Oda's designs definitely go into the attractive qualities of women quite often.
Yeah.
And he'll play into that in his SPSs quite often as well. But I don't think I've had a set of chapters in a long time that just hits me just bam, bam, bam. It was like, Oda, please, you got to stop. You've got to stop. You're killing me here.
Hey, man, it's the final saga, and that means everything's off the hook. You know, like there's no limits anymore. So it is just like, okay, we're
and she's quite different from a lot of other Oda designs. As just in the facial features.
I can't tell if it's just the perspective, but she looks a lot taller than Tashigi.
Yeah, I can't quite tell exactly how tall she is, but I will say that her design seems I'm curious if Oda played a lot of Persona 5 because do you remember the doctor?
Yeah. Very very similar vibes.
Very similar vibes, but she's complaining about Helmeppo because, like, you know, Tashigi, can you do something about him? It's like, well, I can't blame him. His best friend's safety is in question, and Captain Kobe is a valued officer who came up after me. And then we cut to Helmeppo and another new character, I think, Hibari, who are begging another character who's a part of this sword, the Rear Admiral Prince Gruss, in order to mount a rescue operation on Full of Lead Island.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm trying to remember when exactly it was. So I think, and I don't remember if it's Gruss or Gru. I don't remember if the S is silent or not. But him and Hibari were in a cover story. And I mentioned on the podcast, I was like, I feel like I've seen these characters before.
Were they in the ones where with Beige?
I think so. I think so. It was relatively recent.
Okay. Yeah, they must have been the ones going after Beige in that case. Okay.
Yeah. So we're finally getting names for those characters. It was funny that I had accidentally spoiled that those characters. I recognized them because, like, oh yeah, these people show up later. Right.
I mean, he's like,
yeah.
It doesn't surprise me when it comes to One Piece at this point, so it didn't even feel like a spoiler. Have we gotten a proper explanation of what sword is yet, by the way? I don't think we
have.
Yet. Okay.
No. It's coming. It's coming. We're not quite there yet, though.
Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, they want to go to Pirate Island and take on Blackbeard and rescue Kobe, and they're like, no.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Have you lost your minds? And I love how Bruce says, we don't even have contact with Drake. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. Get it through your heads. And also, speaking of sword, I just noticed that Doll seemingly is not part of it.
Doesn't seem like it. And Tashigi's not part of sword either. So
not. Yeah, I guess it makes sense if, like, if it, you know, Helmeppo and I guess Hibari, like, if they're begging, like, let us go rescue Kobe, that they have maybe the most connection to him.
Yeah, this might just be a place that they're hanging out with, or just where they ended up, or something to that effect.
Yeah, clearly it's something special because we keep hearing about it.
Yeah, and they're even expressing, like, we haven't even heard back from Drake yet, so it's What is Drake up to?
They've, I mean, as we've already seen from the Navy at this point, they're a little busy.
Yeah, things are a little crazy.
Yeah.
So let's take a break from all that. This is really our only check-in with this group. So I have no idea. We'll see if this even comes into play or exactly what they're up to with this. But time to check in on, as it's known, Team Luffy with everybody drying off, and Bonnie kind of incredulous that Luffy does not know who she is. It's like we're both part of the worst generation. Like I was like, he just goes, "Oh, so you're the worst too, huh?"
Well, and it doesn't even, and she's like, "Thanks for saving me," and of course, shirt off, got to get the side boob in.
I mean, like I said, Oda's killing me here. Like I've been a fan of Bonnie. He puts this shot in front of me. He's like, "Come on, please, don't do this."
Yeah. But Luffy doesn't even remember him. He's like, "No problem, Boggy."
Boggy. Distressingly close to Buggy.
Supposed to be an emperor? Yes.
I like how she also brings up, what's up with your bounty poster with your hair all white? The papers are making a big deal of you. And Oda, and that Luffy describes it as, "Oh, that's what I look like when I'm free." And it's such a great way to explain it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the interesting thing. And we'll get there when we get there, but he also doesn't really know he doesn't know the lore,
Yeah, I don't think anybody said to him, like, "You're Joy Boy."
Yeah. He's just kind of like, I guess this is Gear 5. Like, he's just kind of like, I don't know. This is all weird. I don't really get it.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. But, she's like, "Aren't you concerned for your crew?" It's like, "Yeah, they're fine." Yeah. It's all good. And Jinbei asks about her. It's like, "No, I came here alone. That metal monster ate my ship." So it explains why she must have just recently got eaten, considering, she was drowning at the time.
Yeah. And also, it's funny to think, and that'll also come up this set, but like last time we saw Bonnie, she was halfway across the planet.
I know, right? She made some progress. Good God.
Yeah. So she's just like, all right, skip Punk Hazard, skip Dressrosa, skip Zoe, Whole Cake, Wano, just near all the way across.
It's really hard to tell how far we've gotten, considering that Luffy, it only took how many islands for them to get to, the red line on the first half when you really think about it. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's why the anime having filler stuff never bothered me, because it felt like it. Yeah, it feels like a longer journey.
Yeah, I do honestly. It's really funny in this set. Like the time scale is sort of breaking my brain a little bit, because all of the interstitial stuff was kind of like a few weeks ago, and it's been some time since the Reverie at this point. But also, we are now kind of having characters, as far as I'm concerned, basically teleporting.
It kind of feels like that, but it also kind of. I mean, One Piece timescale was also just kind of crazy, but I more than 4 months could have passed at this point from when the time skip started.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that all this stuff is happening within the span of 4 months or so.
The world is changing very fast.
Yeah, for sure. But I like how she has this common element. Is like, speaking of eating, I'm hungry, and it's like, let's look for a restaurant. I'm starving, and it's just. It's just like, let's go eat. He's like, "No, there's no restaurant here, you fools. This is a government island. This is Egghead Island, a place 500 years in the future, they say. The island that houses Dr. Vegapunk's laboratory." He's like, "Hey, I know that name. Yeah, and I'm going to give him a piece of my mind." So Bonnie does not like Vegapunk.
She's got beef with Vegapunk for some reason.
Yeah, not a fan. Speaking of, let's check on the crew, and it turns out this robot, which again, it's called Get a Robo. Like the face is just Get a Robo.
It's just Get a Robo. Yeah.
Yeah. Has rescued the Sunny, and
Frankie, it's just holding it up like a little toy.
Like it's a little toy boat. Frankie is all sparkles in his eyes. He's so happy. Same with Usopp. Nami and Zoro just like, what the heck is going on? And
Caribou's still here.
Caribou's still here, got knocked out. And that's when the pilot seat opens up, and this figure comes out saying, "Another failure, blast it. Why isn't it possible to control the urges of living creatures?" And, drat. And Frankie's like, "I don't know who that is, but, well, thanks for saving us, whoever you are." And obviously because this is a woman at this point, it's like just completely lost in her own head. It's like the only things I ordered the mecha shark to do were recon, report, and bombard. Don't want it to eat anything because no valuables are left behind and error in the programming, I suppose. And then she just finally addresses them. Oh, no, filthy pirates. I didn't save you. I'm just a humble genius scientist hired by the government. You can call me Dr. Vegapunk. And I'm like, what? Like,
Dr. Vegapunk is a beautiful woman.
Like, I knew Vegapunk was involved with Egghead. But declaring it's this woman right away, I'm like, what?
Also, I would like to say, and this was still nothing really to do with this set, we saw a silhouette of Dr. Vegapunk in Punk Hazard, where he was talking to Caesar, and I described the silhouette there as not inaccurate, I believe was the wording that I used.
I can see what you were getting at in this case, just because. Well, we'll get into it, but this is another damn good design.
It is. This is a really, honestly, we'll get there, but there's a lot of great new character designs in this set.
Yeah,
I think Lilith might be my favorite out of all of them.
I think so. We declared it a while ago that it was starting to feel a little overblown that every character had Nami face, and in Oda's era of the impossibly thin waists, I think are gone. Just look at Lilith here.
Yeah.
As we'll find out.
She's a little thicker.
Normal.
I would say instead of Nami face, she has Uta face.
Yeah, moved on to Uta face, which I'm okay with. That's a bit fresher.
Yeah.
In concept and whatnot.
Yeah, but gooning aside, the jacket is also very cool.
The jacket does a lot.
Yeah, very, very, very cool.
It's an immediately arresting design. You see that. I mean, it's really fun to imagine how people are freaking out at the time with Vegapunk here being revealed.
Because it is just kind of nonchalantly, right? Like, oh, here's this character that had never been on screen at this point, and it's like, all right, here she is. Like, wait, she? Wait, what?
Well, what's this all about?
Some good old trolling on Oda's part.
Oh yes, indeed. That being said, before we move on, we do have some more SBS. We have our SBSs this week. First up is Oda actually starting off a thing saying, hey, yeah, a female reader told me that she had something to say to Sanada.
No.
The reader says, I wanted to say something to someone like Sanadachi. I worship, droll, and I'm very, very aroused over my beloved Shank's chest. It's the same as Sanadachi's weird feelings for Nami-san. That's all. I feel refreshed now. And all right. Oda goes, wait a second, you're trying to compete with him?
This really has just become the gooning corner.
Yeah. And then, of course, here comes Sanadachi. Let me bite into Onami's extra large dongo.
Okay. All right.
Not that
sure, man.
Goes, not you two. You're both banned. Get out of here. And what about your PTA job?
Ban them both. Yeah. God. Get him out of here. Get him out of the PTA. Don't let this man near children.
If you're going to have this as a follow-up to any chapter, it might as well be the one where you have Doll, topless Bonnie, and Lilith.
And Lilith. Yeah.
It's like, okay, that just... Sure.
That tracks.
Next question saying, hey, in this scene, is Killer eating takoyaki? He's only supposed to be able to eat long, thin noodles. And Oda says, look carefully. I've been asked this several times, but it's yakisoba. So it's okay. He was slipping him through the holes. Recently, my astigmatism has gotten worse, so I could have made that clear. It was my fault, too. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It does look like takoyaki, but you can kind of see a few lines there where, he's got his noodles. And finally, saying, what was the content of the book that Nami and Toko were reading in chapter 1052? I'm curious, but I can already tell one thing. It's not something Sanji's interested in. Oh, and because he's looking in a different direction. And Oda goes, oh, you noticed them. It's a heartwarming scene. Nami loves to pore over books she finds wherever they go. It looks like she found this in the library in the castle. I believe it's a fashion book about kimono, but Sanji's looking the other way. So, there we go.
All right.
Got our lineup there. So, let's continue on to chapter 1062, Adventure in the Land of Science. And, well, we're not done with Whole Cake yet because something has happened to Chocolate Town. And because of the black and white nature of this, I had no idea what this was. When I first saw it.
Yeah. It's ice.
Yeah.
They're frozen.
They're all frozen. Like, I thought like some sort of frosting happened. And I'm like, what the heck did those guys do to them? With
Yeah, right. Because you would think like, oh, was this Germa?
Yeah, what did Germa do in this case? That's weird. Huh. We will find that out very soon.
We will indeed.
Yeah. But we get into the chapter itself, and of course they're freaking out. I was like, wait, the Vegapunk? And I didn't even think about this, but this should hopefully be in the same way that I really hope Elbaf takes advantage of Usopp. I really hope Egghead takes advantage of Frankie, since, you know, I really respect your work. I spent 2 years at your lab in your hometown of Baltimore. I got so many things to show off. I want to see them interact. I want to see Frankie really get something out of this arc.
This is a good opportunity for that. I mean, like, it's kind of, he's the man for the job, right? Like, in terms of, I've already been kind of fiddling around with, like, kind of in baby mode in your technology, and it's like, okay, we're now seeing what Vegapunk can do, like, completely unchained, basically.
Yeah. So
it's like, what can Frankie learn from this? I think that will be something to pay attention to.
I'm really looking forward to what form that takes, and hope that Oda takes advantage of it. Again, as we talked about earlier, we got 10 characters to work with, but I feel like if you're going to give a focus to any character, this is the perfect time to do something with Frankie.
Yeah. Yes.
So we'll see. But Usopp's, of course, freaking out. Like, how many dozens of times bigger than the General Frankie is it? I wish Luffy and Chopper could see this. Meanwhile, Sanji's like, a babe!
Vegapunk's a total babe! And then, thankfully, with the one brain cell, we have Robin here who's like, wait. I never heard that Vegapunk was a woman. And her appearance doesn't add up based on Vegapunk's long history of activity. Like, yes, okay, thank you. And she just says, of course it doesn't. I'm obviously not the Stella. That's the main body. I am Punk O2, Vegapunk Lilith the Evil. It's so great. Yes, and so as for why she's called Lilith the Evil, she says, my research budget is constantly stretched to the seams, so hand over your valuables. After that, I'm done with you.
And that's why she didn't want the shark to eat them, because she wants the the jewels.
She's a little bit of a pirate herself.
It's kind of great. It's like, well, if I can't get my budget through the government, I'm just going to steal it from pirates.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Hey, whatever works.
And Nami's like, wait, if you're going to at least scoop us out of this water, at least see it through and save us. I did not save you. These waters are normally unreachable by ships. These things ensure they all get sunk. And all of a sudden, the sea beast weapons just rise out of the ocean and surround them. And it's like, oh no.
Yes. And of course, Frankie is still excited, but Usopp is like, the fear's winning out this time.
Also, meanwhile, Zoro no-sells it.
No-sells it. Can you see why I like this arc?
Yeah. This is fun.
Honestly,
these immediately fun.
We're talking about Getter vibes before. I get a lot of Mega Man vibes from a lot of the robot designs, particularly what we see in this set. A lot of these feel a lot like kind of, well, I feel like maybe by extension Mega Man, and by extension Astro Boy.
Yeah. Like a little like because of the animal themes, at least in this case, like Mega Man X, since he had the those designs and going into it. But it's funny to see the numbers labeled. You can see just the visors, and it's such a weird look. But man, Oda loves his animals.
He really does. He really does.
Been there since the beginning.
He loves his animals, and I feel like this is our first, just our little taste, as we'll see throughout this chapter, of like, Oh, as Bonnie said, this island is 500 years in the future.
It also just reminds me, it's like, oh yeah, we got to Thriller Bark, and here's animals, but they're horror themed. And then Wano, it's like, here's animals, but they're, legendary things based off Japan.
They're a little yokai-ish,
here's
a little
futuristic
mystical
animals.
Yeah.
It's fun to see him play with the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But as they're being surrounded, Lilith gets a call saying, is like, what do you think you're doing? Are you plundering again? Have you no scientist pride? It's like, oh, shut up, Shaka. So we got another, all we know so far is just another character. It's like, well, pride increased our budget. And this, I like how smart this Shaka is, or observant it is, because who knows how he's able to observe all this. But it's like, first of all, they are not going to surrender. That's the crew of the Straw Hat, the one who just got made an Emperor of the Sea. I know, right? They must be laden with treasure. In that case, you've made a mistake. They're thoroughly surrounded. They have no escape. No, you've underestimated them. Look at the swordsman on board. And she looks down at Zoro. Is like, yeah, that's the pirate hunter Zoro. We're the bounty of 1.111 billion berries. The reason he's calmly hanging back is because he knows he can slaughter you in an instant from that range. And she's just like, uh-oh. Immediate sweat bullet. And the same goes for the demon child behind him, Nico Robin. I love the intense look on her face.
Oh, yeah. They're both ready to throw down.
And Lilith is just like, but what could they do about the sea beasts around him? The mighty always determine the first foe they should strike down. You ought to think harder. And I like how she's like, oh, so the talkative jokers are just a distraction, talking about Frankie and Sanji
and Usopp.
It's
just kind of like, no. They're just stupid.
Yeah, exactly. This is not part of a
all part of the plan. Yes.
Meanwhile, Zoro's just like, hey, we've got some demands. You're going to listen. Got it. And that's when we actually see that Shaka is another Vegapunk. Punk 1, Shaka the Good. And seems to be a fan of Daft Punk.
Oh, yeah. And interestingly says, that's fine. Bring them here. I happen to have an interest in that crew. So Vegapunk's had his eyes on the Straw Hats, it seems.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I wonder how long, or if it's only because of the recent development with Luffy. That's
at this point could
question.
Be any number of things.
Yeah. But we take a break from that to go back to Luffy's group, where we learned that Bonnie was here before when she was a kid, and it was a normal lab. And she's like, okay, so what did you come here for again? Well, it's like, well, depending on his answer, Vegapunk will have to die for his crimes. And they're like, whoa.
whoa.
Intense. It's like, Vegapunk turned my father into a cyborg, and what? That's so cool. It's like, no. Bad form of cyborg. At this point, he's lost his sense of humanity. Doesn't even know who he is anymore. He's been turned into a pure, unthinking, living weapon. And she doesn't say his name to them, but we see, thanks to Oda, her father is freaking Kuma.
Yeah.
I lost it here. It's like, are you freaking serious?
So would you like to explain how many things this make sense in hindsight? Because there's three different things.
All of a sudden, it kind of makes sense why Blackbeard showed interest. Kind of makes sense why she was in Mary Jo at the same time as the revolutionaries.
Yes, and she was like, I will make them pay. I think that was the line we saw from her.
Yeah,
and it was like after like seeing Kuma as a slave, and just there wasn't enough context to make that one to one. Yeah, exactly. Also, do you remember Marineford? You remember that scene?
Vaguely.
There's a scene in Marineford once they start bringing out the pacifistas, and it's like while all of the worst generation is still in Sabaody, and they're all watching, and Bonnie is crying.
That's right, she is.
Yes.
Oh my God.
This is the part where I would like to say that Egghead was the current arc for like 90% of this podcast. So there were things that I was seeing where I was like, Oda, you son of a gun.
That's like perfect timing for you to be rereading this stuff.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So just things that I was seeing that I was like, oh, I didn't realize. And even the stuff in during like the Reverie and stuff, I completely forgot about too. Oh my god. So it's like the seeds have been there. Which I feel like as we'll get further into things, I think it kind of becomes really interesting of like, okay, I feel like Oda, there's parts where I'm like, Oda did have this planned out for a while, didn't he?
Yeah.
But,
and
already, I am just glad that, like, you have had an eye on Bonnie for so long.
It's so funny, too, because Kuma, as soon as he appeared, like, his first appearance back when I first started watching One Piece, he was the one that stood out to me, even more so than Doflamingo. There's just something so interesting about the way he carried himself, his mannerism. Just I don't know. It's just something about him.
Yeah,
and then he shows up on Thriller Bark.
Yeah, he's always been shrouded in mystery, right? Where like you don't really understand what he's doing because he on Thriller Bark, right? Like he got orders from on high of like, all right, take out Luffy, and he decided instead to like, okay, I'm gonna give him a test. And then he even mentioned like, he's like, Dragon, your son, so he clearly has connections there. And then, of course, we saw in during Marineford and had that confrontation with Ivankov, and it was like, like he's already become a living weapon, blah blah blah, sort of establishing that connection. And then
we knew the revolutionary part at that point. Yeah,
and that he protected the Sunny over the course of the time skip. So it's like there are all these things that are kind of contradictory almost to like
a little bit. It could also be his insistence on protecting the Straw Hats and doing stuff for the Straw Hats that might have gotten Vegapunk's interest.
Yes. And especially the way that Bonnie says, he's been turned into a pure, unthinking, living weapon. Which is true, but again, that also feels like it doesn't quite line up with where we last, before he became like a slave in Mary Joa, but protecting the Sunny over 2 years. It's like, what is happening?
I think there was a mention that was like, it was his last request.
Yes. Yeah.
And after this point, he would be no longer sentient, essentially. So, I've been aware because I saw people talking about like a devastating flashback. I think I know who's getting the flashback. And I don't know if I'm ready for this because
now that you know that he has a daughter.
Yeah. Oh my god. And again, it's so funny that like of all things, Bonnie was like the other worst generation that caught my attention the most beyond like Kid and Law.
Yeah.
So
like we said kind of at the start,
like either Oda's really good at pointing at people in the direction that he wants them to like notice the important characters, or I just had a sixth sense about this sort of thing. I don't know which.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think it's great that just kind of right off the bat, like I feel like we were going, even in Wano, we were kind of like, okay, it's kind of like a free-for-all for like a whole handful of the worst generation. And so our last two are Bonnie and Rouge. And Bonnie by far had already had the most kind of like seeds planted in terms of narrative. And it's like, okay, all right, just right off the bat, one chapter into Egghead, here you go.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they continue in and, it's just, Jinbei's like, oh, that's a terrible thing to suffer. And it's like, sorry about that, Bonnie. And I think it's funny at this point that Luffy does get her name right from this point on.
Okay, yeah. It takes him a little bit, but he's there. But man, we see them like enter the island itself proper, and I love this first like spread. It really does feel like they have just leapt in time forward 500 years.
Yeah, to a theme park.
Yeah. It's like it's like Epcot.
Yeah. Future world. And they've also like there's other stuff to know about here because Bonnie met Saba when Mary Joa.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't need to bring that up right now. So, well, don't worry about that.
There's so much more to learn. But yeah, just to see like future world and like it kind of looks like the some of the future buildings from Sim City, and then you got like a Godzilla analog and another giant robot, and there's a game controller right there next to like a Tetris like blocks. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's great. It feels like a mishmash of like 50s 60s sci-fi and like 80s 90s sci-fi. Is sort of the vibe of Egghead, which I just think is wonderful. And it's really interesting, too, that, like, this is kind of like our second science arc after Punk Hazard, but the vibes could not be any more different. Like, this really is such a, like, place full of, like, color and character, despite technically being a government island still.
It's easy to forget that, looking at all this.
Yeah. Also, it does look like a theme park.
I completely missed the first time I read it because Luffy sees all this and is like, well, I gotta ride it.
Yes.
So he goes to use his gum, and as he's rocketing towards it, if you look down below, you can see it on the previous spread as well. Those like what I called Tetris blocks. There's a question mark on one of them. There's a Mario reference.
Yeah. This is just the Mario movie.
Yeah. But when it comes to the dinosaur there, or the giant monster, it eats Luffy.
Yes.
Which is like, oh boy, here we go again.
Course. Well, that's what you
think.
And
then he flies out the other side.
Yeah, and then just bonks off of one of the buildings.
It's like, I swear I got swallowed. And then Bonnie sees, look, a giant parfait, cookies, fruit, heaps of whipped cream, and I love that these three immediately bond. Like these three are just over the same food mental wavelength when in terms of food, and they're just like, let's eat. And just Jinbei's like, wait a second, no one's just gonna leave it out these delicious treats for you. It's clearly a trap, and they just phase through it. They're like, I think this is the most pissed I've seen Chopper in quite some time.
And it's like they're just like, what? You passed right through. It's there, but I can't grab it. And they're just like, it just makes me angrier. It's just like we were seeing them just interact with holograms for the first time, which is also like, holy crap, the world of One Piece has holograms in it now.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, did we die? They're all freaking out. It's so funny.
Unfortunately, Bonnie knows a little bit. She's like, yeah, this is thing. I think it's a hologram. I think I've never seen one in person. And I look how Luffy nearly goes back into Gear 5. It's like, someone's got to pay.
Yes, fake food. How dare you?
Oh, gosh. So it's just kind of blowing their mind. And it's like, okay, everything here is probably the same. No one could actually make any of that. And that's when Chopper notices some sort of machine with pictures of food and buttons on it. And it's like, don't bother. Everything here is lies. And that's when Jinbei's like, we thought this was going to be a winter island. The sea was super cold, but it's tropical. And that's when all of a sudden a giant little girl shows up.
Yes. you want to talk about Astro Boycotted.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, this is a tropical place. Indeed, although it is indeed a winter island, thanks to the island AC I created, we can control the temperature of the island itself. It's like, she's as big as Kaido. What's up with that? Is she a hologram? And I love how Luffy just goes, "Ta." He's like, to her stomach, and he just punches it back. Like, oof. Eat this jerk. And he rams into the machine, which pushes a button, and out comes a fresh burger, fries, and a cola.
And then they're just like, oh my god, it's real. Oh, these are real. And they're just like, all three of them on the same brain cell. And they're just like, steak, omelet rice, fried pork cutlet. I'm getting hungry. Cotton candy, cake, and just, ramen, fried chicken, hot dogs. So they have an automated cooking machine. And then we have this. Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say, I love the extra detail that you can push a button from east, west, south, north from each of the blues to have different culinary food from each of those areas of the ocean. So that's a fun extra detail there.
Yeah, we gotta let Sanji.
Here's
see
another
this.
question in regards to this. Does this count as feeding Luffy and getting his loyalty? I'm going to say no, but in some ways it kind of feels like it's like,
It sort of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that this giant little girl like immediately starts going into a rant. And he's just like, as long as there's a food material can provide 500 different meals to the user each in under a minute. The whip up leftovers mode is the best part, but only if you make it exactly to the plans. There aren't enough technicians to mass produce them though, which is, I think, kind of a lot of the key to the technology here on Egghead is
they can't.
A lot of this is here, but not at scale, which I think is a good excuse. But then she just goes, it makes me so mad. It just punches the hologram. Same thing with the island AC. Controlling the temps means being able to sense the life patterns of every living thing on the island. Spend a little more money, and we could control the weather. The world doesn't have enough tech or funding. Just like, punch the hologram.
I like how they're still calling out waffles, fried shrimp, pizza,
pasta.
They're
just, all this is happening. They're just like, food.
And you find out that she can interact with the holograms through her light pressure gloves. And that's when like a help desk lady shows up. It's like, just saying, hi. It's like, the moment people can touch something, they'll believe that it's real matter. I don't know what it is, but I get Bulma vibes from that lady.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I feel like there's some Toriyama, like very futuristic feeling Toriyama illustrations. That sort of capture that energy.
Definitely a sense of that. You're like, that lady's not real? Whether it's real or not is for you to decide. If you ask me, those words are a relic of a bygone age. And then she finally asked, so who are you? Or no, I guess they asked.
Jinbei.
Oh, Jinbei asked, who are you? And I love how even he's partaking a little bit of food.
Yeah.
I also like how Luffy and Bonnie are just bros. I think they just bonded over food.
Immediately. I thought I had that thought of like, Luffy loves meat and Chopper loves candy, and we have Bonnie here who's kind of the lover of both, the lover of all food.
This is a perfect trio.
It's fun to, it's fun to get them all three interacting like this.
But we get a proper introduction. It's like, I'm nothing but a humble genius scientist for hire, Dr. Vegapunk. And like, what? The time for them to react. And then we get the reveal. It's 06 Vegapunk Atlas, which I think that kind of ties into your Astro Boy reference. Because isn't there like one of the characters named Atlas in that manga?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there is. Although it's also really funny that Oda's immediately bringing out the pseudo Uda hairstyle with the dual hair colors.
It's even the same color. It's red and white, which is also confusing.
Is it red and white? Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's red and white. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same.
I think he really liked this Uda design and kind of wants to put his
all right. Lilith is going to get some of it, and Atlas is going to get some of it. It's funny.
To be fair, after watching that movie, I'd take Yamato. I'd take Uda over Yamato on the crew any day.
That's true. I do. You know what? Yeah. He's got that Shanks connection. You know, I'll buy that. I can eat that. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
But I do like that we have these the different groups of Straw Hats are getting the different Vegapunks, and we have Bonnie is like, what's this liar talking about? This couldn't possibly be Vegapunk. Meanwhile, Luffy and Chopper are like, you're Vegapunk? Kobe said it.
Yeah, I believe Kobe. But now it's time to check back in on the world government, except not with Tashigi. Instead, we're back with Cypher Pole Zero. Mm-hmm. CP0. And okay, sum it up for me. What are we doing? And here's Kaku being like, all right, Lucci, listen up. There's only one Vegapunk. So through this, we're finally getting an explanation for why there's multiple Vegapunks. Oda has one chapter where he keeps that mystery, which is fine. I think that's
good.
To get people on the same page, I think it makes the most sense. But he's such a genius, he doesn't have enough time to do everything. He's short-handed, you see. So he thought, why not make more hands? He split himself into 6 different people, In other words, these 6 satellites are all Dr. Vegapunk together. And we get a whole layout. We have the main Dr. Vegapunk and then the other 6 with Good Shaka, Evil Lilith, Thinker Edison, Wisdom Pythagoras, Violence Atlas, and Greed York. I love how just the little girl is Violence. which
is why she's like, it makes me so mad. It just punches things. It's so good. And I love that Lucci's like, and because I don't believe in any of this nonsense, I'm the crazy one, but a hassle of so-called geniuses. And we see that Stussy is here as well, so they're all part of the same group.
Yeah, and it also happens to have Akuma, which looks to be a fully grown seraphim, because unless that's Child Kuma, which would be very odd, but darker skin, black wings.
Got the wings, yeah. Although, I don't think he's as big as the adult one.
Doesn't seem like it, so this might be Kid
because
Kuma.
the adult one just... The adult one is huge, so it is kind of hard to tell.
And this isn't much bigger than Lucci, so this is definitely Kid Kuma, which is weird to think about.
Well, I guess because he says we're supposed to return this giant brat to Egghead, so I guess that explains it right there. Yeah, and what are they going to Egghead to do? Eliminate all of the Vegapunks. And to be careful with his lab, it's full of valuable things. So I like just right off the bat, we're already introducing kind of who are going to be our villains for the next little bit.
Yeah, it's time to, I guess, directly confront CP0, which I feel like has been a long time coming. It's wild that Lucci has been he's been in a presence of like a little bit in what feels like every arc. Yeah,
he's
and they love stuffing him into movies.
yeah, they love putting him into movies. So it is like, oh wow, we're finally gonna kind of get Lucci with Kaku of all people back into action. So that's very funny.
And thanks to Red, we know Khalifa is apparently part of it. CP0.
Yeah, CP0. Yeah,
along with Stussy here, and
basically, yeah.
I guess. There's only so many remaining, and theoretically, Blue Note could be part of all this thanks to Film Red.
Yeah. Who could say at this point?
Yeah, I don't know.
I do. I like this dynamic we have here, though, because Lucci is kind of he's the one like, what's going on here? They want us to eliminate the most useful man in the world, and does this have anything to do with what happened in Lulugia the other day? And Stussy's like, the last thing a man as keenly perceptive as you should be doing is looking for answers, and just has that little wink while she takes a little sip. and Kaku's like, exactly, don't drag us into your trouble, Lucci. So
I gotta say, I'm kind of excited at the idea of a rematch between Kaku and Zoro.
Right, yeah, and let alone, we got is he gonna fight Luffy, right? Like,
yeah. I'm sorry. After taking down Kaido, I don't view Lucci as much of a threat to Luffy.
It's hard to think what could be a threat to Luffy right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Other
like
than,
after,
the crazy weapons that.
Right. Yeah. We have the Seraphim. Yeah. We have the 2 other emperors. One of which we're about to check in on in a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's a little preoccupied, so we don't have to worry about him. And so, yeah, it's a little bit like, yeah, what would, after Kaido, what would be kind of a threat to Luffy at this point? And also, I mean, Lucci could be, he, lifting weights 2 years.
True.
We don't know how strong
he did his training, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you're going to enjoy where this ends up going, though.
I get the feeling.
I can say that for certain.
Yeah. Before we move on to our next chapter, though, we do have another SBS. This one should be rather interesting. Because Oda says, there were so many people who asked the question, what is Zoro's lineage? I don't think there's anything to explain in the main story anymore, so I'll announce it here. Let's see. So he has the image for this for the whole thing. So I'm gonna just wait on that. I'm gonna read the next Actually, no. I'll look at the actual image first. So it says, and I'll send it over to you as well, so you can look at it at the same time. But I'll describe it for the audience, of course. So 55 years ago, Shimotsuki Kozaburo, who created the Wado Ichimonji and made Enma for the 4-year-old Odin, left. 25 people left Wano country, including Ushimaru's older sister, Furiko, and the carpenter Minatomo. So the carpenter guy who was in that other spot, that's Oda's remembered to include him. 52 years ago, they won a battle against bandits in a village in the East Blue, and 10 people settled there, founding Shimotsuki Village. Kozaburo ended up with some village girl, and then had and that eventually led to, I guess, his son Shimotsuki Kushiro, who is
Koshiro.
Kuina's father. So there's his just random girl that he married as well, and then got Kuina, who inherited the Wado and Shimoji. Meanwhile, there was Shimotsuki Furiko, who ended up with Zoro's grandfather, Roronoa Pinzoro. Pinzoro. So funny. They had a son, Roronoa Arashi, who died in a battle with pirates, who fell in love with a bandit's daughter, which gotta love that, named Terra, who died of an illness. They had Zoro, and learned Tsunachi from Kozaburo while happening to run into Kuina. So,
yeah,
there we go.
That's really cool. I kind of never thought we would see that information. So
no. So Oda goes on to say, the younger brother of Shimotsuki Furiko, who was on the ship that set sail from Wano, was none other than the so-and-so who met Yamato as a child, Shimotsuki Ushimaru, a former daimyo of Ringo and the descendant of Wano's mythical samurai, Shimotsuki Ryuma, whom Zoro met back in Thriller Bark. In other words, what does that mean? It's a story of a very strange, twisted fate that even Zoro is unaware of. Which I think is what makes it okay, is the fact that he just does not know.
It doesn't really matter. Which I feel like that is kind of a running theme. I feel like it is these sorts of like weird twists of fate that do ultimately like have an influence on the characters, but the characters themselves are just kind of like, whatever, I don't care.
They don't realize it a lot of the time.
Yeah. They don't realize it, and it kind of like for them in their personal journeys, it doesn't change kind of like who they are, which again, I feel like is a very fine line, but Oda he does a good job with not veering too far into like Child of Fate territory for me.
Yeah. So it's interesting information to get, but also when you look at it, it's like, okay, it's not that important. He just happens to be descended from Wano. Doesn't actually,
I feel like the fact that Oda chose to explain this in an SBS means that it is probably has no bearing on really any future plot points.
The fact that he's a vague descendant of Ryuma does not matter.
Yeah. I'm actually really glad for this, to sort of lay it out like that.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and get to chapter 1063, My Only Family. And this is when I started getting like, what the hell is happening when it came to this cover story. Pudding's been abducted, and whoever froze the town also froze Cracker and left Brule in tears,
just sobbing
over Pudding being kidnapped. And that's crazy. Because
it is crazy.
Pudding, as we know, was kind of the key to Big Mom's plans to read the road poneglyph.
Yeah.
So she is key, and if this is the case, I'm kind of loving that she just got kidnapped, especially when we find out who she got kidnapped by. Because this means she gets to get back in the story, and we get shipping fodder.
Yeah, fodder. Yeah. We're not done with Pudding yet, and I think that this is sort of a really sensible way to.
Yeah.
If this goes where we kind of assume it's going, I think it'll tie together in a really interesting way.
Yeah, makes that late game battle all the more impactful.
Yeah.
Which, oh man, I'm excited to see how that plays out in a lot of ways. So, yeah, I think we're kind of seeing the falling of the Big
Pieces,
Mom empire.
Yeah. There's the consequences of Big Mom, her whole operation falling apart, but also in terms of like you can see, right, like, oh, this feels like, again, final arc stuff of like Oda is slowly putting those pieces into place, and like it gets you excited about okay, how are sort of these final encounters, how could they potentially fall out?
It's a good question.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man. But let's get into the chapter itself, where we have 3 peas in a pod here. They've eaten their fill. They're all just as fat as can be. I love that that Bonnie can get that body shape as well. That's just brilliant.
This is very funny. And they're all just like, when's everyone else gonna get here? They're gonna be amazed when they see the food machine, except for Sanji. He'll be mad.
And then Atlas here says, "Oh, you sure ate your fill. All 4 of you are stuffed to bursting." It's like, like all 4. I love how Jinbei's like, "No, I always look like this."
Dang.
Kind of a dig, but also really funny.
That is really funny. But he takes it. He's just like, no.
And we have the recycle-y.
Yeah,
who eats up all the trash.
It wouldn't be One Piece without weird animals.
Yeah, you gotta have them.
Even weird mechanical animals. And then I just love Atlas is like, well, I gotta go. I need to get back to my job. Violence. And then she flies off and just starts punching that dragon again.
That's when they take notice of other people in strange outfits. It's like, and Bonnie notices like, well, it's a research lab, so maybe they're researchers. And Jinbei notes there's like, there was no one here before, but now the town's full of people. Perhaps they were wary of us before. And Bonnie notes that, oh, they're wearing heavy clothes for such a tropical place. And then Luffy transforms into his look for this for this arc, which I've noticed that's happened more and more as time's gone on, where they have just arc-specific clothes, but then they start getting really specific to what that arc is.
Yeah. It's sort of
I'd seen the promotional material of all the Straw Hats in their outfits for this arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's one of those things. It weirdly, it feels like it's kind of a call and response to like the movies almost. Like it feels like that was a trend that started in the movies that made its way back into the manga almost. Because I feel like I wouldn't say like the Straw Hats outfits for like, I don't know, Punk Hazard or like Dressrosa or even Whole Cake to a certain extent, right? Like those were kind of, it was sort of leaning more and more towards that. And I feel like Wano was the breaking point.
They're different. Yeah, they're different, but they're not exactly specific. But meanwhile, the movies, they had all these different fits. And I think there's a lot of praise for those different fits.
Yeah.
So maybe Oda just...
I think it's Oda having fun on one part, and it's also just like the marketing machine. Like
that is true.
We got a bunch of merch to make out of these new outfits.
That is also a very good point.
Yeah. I'm a little bit
here's this Nami and Robin. Here's this Nami and Robin. Here's this Nami and Robin.
Yeah. When it comes to the Egghead ones, I'm a bit take it or leave it. To be honest, they're fine.
Luffy's is fine.
Yeah,
I have no real attachment. It's fine.
Yeah. That's sort of how I feel. I'm not like, wow, this is great, or anything like that.
But it's like, where'd you get that? It's like, oh, it's in there. It's like, they give you food and clothes? Perfect. The salt water had me feeling oily. And she's like, oh, my preference? Oh, combat gear. And it starts doing it for her. It's like, oh, I can take them off myself. And there we see her outfit, which, okay.
yeah. I get the vibe, right? Like I feel like it's very like pulp. Like it feels like a pulp sci-fi novel from like the 70s or something, where it's like, all right, you just got the combat leotard.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes to. It's definitely an 80s throwback type thing, but I also like that Bonnie gets to take part in the costume.
That is also true. Yeah, that I feel like this is sort of the,
feel like she's part of the group.
Yeah. I feel like this is sort of our signal of like, no, Bonnie is going to be kind of here with the Straw Hats.
I also like Jinbei going, good thing they had a tropical pattern, makes for a better disguise. Not that we're really incognito here. And I honestly, him in the Hawaiian shirt, kind of sick.
It's pretty. He really is just like full on unk mode now.
Yeah, exactly. You can just imagine him on a nice tropical cruise.
Yeah,
chilling,
exactly.
retiring.
He's chilling. I'm all for it. He's earned his retirement, and of course Chopper is just peak cute.
Yeah, that's just all it comes down to. It's just cute,
as we come to expect.
Yep. So Bonnie's ready to take off and saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna go rustle up some weapons and put the screws to Vegapunk. Bye." And Luffy's like, Luffy's like, "Wait a second. I see the bear. A bear? I wonder if he's looking for us, or is it my imagination?" And he sees another Kuma who's in a police uniform patrolling. And Luffy's like, "Let's move. He's gonna run." And I like to have that little bit of prediction. The foresight that he has.
Oh yeah,
and
I didn't realize
he's
that.
He's taking off towards him. So it's a laser cannon. So for eating without payment and theft of clothing, I was like, wait, we needed money for that?
Yeah.
He gets
also
attacked by a laser machine.
He's got the laser beam, so it is a pacifista.
Yeah, it is definitely a pacifista. And it's definitely like, oh god, we're already in this fight against the pacifista immediately. It's like, but it just popped out when I kicked the machine. Sounds like property damage to me. It's like, is that supposed to get the death penalty? Seems like excessive punishment. It's like, nope, we got to fight back before it gets the best of us. It's so let's it's justified self-defense if you ignore the part about us being pirates.
Yeah.
So Luffy's getting ready to hit him with the gum. I don't know. Just gum something. Giant
elephant
fist
gun, probably. Gear 3.
Elephant gun, yeah. But then Bonnie comes in with a stop and kicks Luffy in the face to prevent him from doing anything. The laser goes off that prevents them from getting hit. And he's like, what was that for? He's shooting a laser. At least I should at least get to punch him. And that's when they finally, she reveals to them, that's my daddy. And
yeah,
he's my only family. So they're all shocked about the fact that it's actually Kuma. So please, I'm begging you, please don't hurt my daddy. And she's just in tears. It's a much more detailed face.
You get that little shot.
And then we see the flashback of Kuma as a human.
Yeah.
That's
holding
that's
up
not
his
fair.
Little girl. Oh.
And you know what? He is extremely Cobra coded.
Yes.
That design feels so much like Cobra.
Yeah. And it is obviously, right, like for them, they're like, Luffy's like, run dummy, that's a pacifista. But again, I feel like this harkening back to Marineford, right? Like this is like, hey, like the image of your dad is a living weapon and kind of what that would do to you.
Yeah.
So
that's messed up, and Luffy has his own trauma related to Kuma.
To pacifistas also. Yeah.
Pacifistas, yeah.
Everybody's getting a little bit.
Yeah. My theory crafting's cooking in my head right here is like, wouldn't it be something since Kuma's also a king and we have Dragon being upset about Cobra being assassinated in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
If they were brothers or cousins or something.
Ooh, that's a really interesting theory. Because they do, the more I look at it, like they do kind of have similar like proportions and like the hairstyle and everything.
Yeah, it is so similar. Not a clue, and I don't even know if you have a clue at this point.
Couldn't tell you one way or
you will
another,
not
honestly.
say, which is fine.
That's the best part, is that like I could not know, and Oda could just be like, he's right.
But we're taking a little break from that whole situation as we've I like how now that we're out of Wano, we're not like being limited to only what's happening in Wano outside of in between the acts, because it's like, no, we're part of the world again, where news is coming in, so we're going to show what's happening. So here's just a stretch of seeing the new world where it's a battle between that's obviously Blackbeard's ship.
And he's saying Zeha, and then the next thing you see is a submarine.
Which, high law,
Yes.
And they're taking on water. It's not great. They need to rise to the surface. And then we see that Law is a woman.
Yeah.
And so is
what happened? So's Beppo.
and so is Beppo, which
Yeah.
Beppo's design is hilarious.
Hilarious. And Penguin and Shachi are just like, you look fantastic, Captain. He's so pissed.
I lost it when I saw this design because
Yes.
I had seen artists draw female Law so many times,
Yes.
and I'm like, oh, that's just a fan work type thing.
It's just fan art, right? Like, it's the
Yeah.
kind of, Rule 63 happens all the time. It's like,
Happens all the time.
It's canon, baby.
And then you see this and it's real. It's like, oh my God.
Yes. Well, then you quickly realize what's going on. Because they're like, oh, it got me too. Don't touch anyone who's already got it. This power can infect other people. It'll change your gender. So Law's entire crew is just turning into girls one by one.
Yeah.
So
But
funny.
he grew from the fight against Big Mom. You can break through these powers. You can break through these powers. Can't withstand intense enough hockey, and so through the sheer force of hockey, he regains his manhood.
He's just like, raw.
And we find out the culprit behind all of this is Doc Q, who now has the sick fruit. But it's interesting, a bit of explanation there. It's like, I broke through the disease. He's worth $3 billion for a reason. And once he's broken through, his antibodies will spread just as the illness did. Did you have fun with the feminization disease? So, like, okay, that's why all the others turn back into men as well, just because overwrites it.
Oda's just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah. And then, hey, here's Doc Q doesn't look that different in the grand scheme of things, but Van Auger, our sniper, who now has the warp fruit, got himself a bit of a goatee.
Yeah,
which is mostly the same otherwise. And Burgess, back from Dressrosa,
yes,
he gets warped onto the island. And it gets revealed that he, instead of the flame fruit, he got himself the strong fruit. Which that's not good on a man that was already that strong. He's lifting a mountain.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and they have a Law's crew has landed by this point. He's just like super strength, contagion, teleportation, all of these preposterous powers they've gained through hunting down devil fruits. No wonder their bounties just keep rising. Which is very fun that last time we saw Blackbeard, he was all the way over in Amazon Lily.
Yeah. They're moving.
Yeah, exactly. They're like boom, 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 boom.
It's late game Game of Thrones, but there's enough, like, who knows how long it actually took them to sail from Wano to Egghead, for example.
Yeah.
You can fudge it a little bit in this case with the amount of time that's passed. Sure. But thanks to his room, he's able to cut up the mountain. And here comes Blackbeard riding on our new and improved Stronger, who still looks like he's about to die, who has eaten the Pegasus fruit.
Yes, the horse fruit, mythical type. Which is interesting, but he still looks incredibly cursed.
It reminds me of that bird that God rode in Skypiea.
Oh yeah, Gunfall. You're right, it does.
There's never a noble Pegasus. They are always just the most
they're
pathetic creatures.
Yeah, but man, we just straight up have a Law versus Blackbeard here.
That is wild to me.
Yeah.
It's just I like how this, with the way Blackbeard talks, there's echoes of Jaya in this.
Yeah, because and that's the thing. He's always been a schemer, right? Like he's chaotic and kind of dumb and silly, but like he kind of knows what he wants and knows how to achieve it, and knows like he's an opportunist, right?
Yeah, and he just goes, Straw Hat, Kid, or you. I knew that one of you was going to sail here from Wano, and it's sort of like how he was like, oh, that's Luffy. He has a high bounty. That'll get me a high bounty in order to get into the
warlords. Yeah.
And so he's hunting down them for a reason. And Law just got the short end of the straw.
Pretty much, yeah. He got unlucky.
Yeah.
And I love how much Blackbeard is just like a complete element of chaos here. And he's like, go figure that Kaido and Big Mom fell. You've turned the whole world upside down. It's been a blast. He's just laughing. Because, of course, Kaido would have had at least one. How many have you found? I'll take all your road poneglyphs. And Law just says, back to you. In this fight, it's winner take all.
It really feels like this has been the impetus. Is like, okay, now everybody's truly after the One Piece.
Yeah. It is like we've after Kaido and Big Mom, we kind of have like we're boiling it down to our candidates.
Mm-hmm. It feels like they seriously were this wall of just no progress being made towards Laugh Tale. But now they've been defeated, things are moving.
Yeah, it's honestly happening. Like all hell's breaking loose.
Yeah.
Basically.
So,
which I think this sort of section of like, oh, what is the world kind of up to now that it really is kind of a free-for-all, and now that we have these it's a fight over the road poneglyphs, right? Like, alongside the mysterious fourth one that we don't know anything about. So
yeah,
it really does feel like, oh, we are kind of in the race to collect the remaining road poneglyphs and get to Laugh Tale. Also, we're not going to get to it for a little bit, but the idea that like all three of them went in different directions after Wano. When we get to Kid.
Yeah, what's Kid up to?
What's Kid up to?
Luffy gets Egghead.
Yeah.
Law gets Blackbeard. What does Kid get?
Yes.
Or Rouge.
It's been there this whole time.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my god. Who knows?
Yes.
That being said, before we move on, we do have one more SBS before we call it for this volume, as 1065 is the end of the volume that we're currently on. And first up is, what does Kaido look like when he eats an umeboshi? Which apparently is something very, very sour. So there's his face where it's just complete pucker face, his mustache twisted straight up, his hair lifting.
Amazing. Oh, that's so funny.
It's unreal.
No Gear 5 needed.
Nope, none needed. He got it. It's just that sour.
Incredible.
Our next question, the way this begins cracks me up.
Okay.
Serious question. One Piece has a lot of cleavage shots, but no panty shots. Is there a personal policy that you have that informs that decision? This is a very serious question.
It's kind of a good question, though.
Yeah, but also written in by Panty Shot God.
No, I'm curious. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
What is the answer to this?
And Oda goes, well, I'm just not interested in them. And laughs. Since I was a child, various cartoons have used panty shots as fan service, but it's always something that passively happens to the female characters. So I thought it was a revolutionary move for Nami to take an active role instead when she used the happiness punch. So,
okay.
There you go. He's just does not find him interesting.
Okay.
Which is honestly a much better answer than I ever expected for this.
Weird. Yeah. Yes.
It's so
you know what?
That's
kind of
not
nonchalant.
My bag.
Yeah. And yet I feel like that answers so many other questions about everything else we've seen in this set.
I think that kind of really does show. It's like, no, the fan service is for me, not you guys.
Oh, you perverted old man.
Wow. Anyway, next one. Did the model for Kaien Daiko in chapter 1048 come from the classic Rakugo story, The Flaming Drum? So basically the fire version of Kaido when there was that big final clash between him and Luffy. They also had a note that the flaming drum is pronounced Kaien Daiko in Japanese, but spelled with different kanji. And Oda goes, "That's right. Not that anyone cares. There's a new Rakugo manga called Akane Banashi. Jump right now. It's so good. Check it out."
I've only read a few chapters, but I agree.
Yeah. So there you go. And finally, in chapter 1052 is the man with the glasses who teaches at the school based on the classical singer and actor Torizo Hirosawa. I believe you said on a radio interview a long time ago that you were a fan. And it goes, "That's right. That's more hardcore territory than Rakugo, but that's right. Rakugo Rokyoku, which is a genre of traditional Japanese narrative singing. The genre is performed by a singer accompanied by a shamisen. So there's that. Historical lectures and samurai dramas. The Wano Country arc has been packed with all of my favorite traditional arts. Biben. That's it for SBS. See you in the next volume." So it really does feel like, no, this is my manga. This is what I'm interested in. You guys are just with me.
I do appreciate the self-indulgence on some level. Oda can get a little much with it, but as long as he's having fun, we're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with a lot of creative practices. Like, do you appeal to the fan base, or do you do what interests you? And you have to find that balance. It's like, and there's a lot of
it's always
YouTubers out there. It's like the one for you guys, one for me, just to keep myself interested.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. If his heart wasn't in it, he'd get bored.
Yeah. True.
Why else would you dedicate 30 years of your life
to this story? Exactly. So I appreciate that. It's a nice peek inside what you're doing. You gotta just pull from your influences, and that's why a lot of people like. I've seen a lot of, and I'm going off topic here, but I'm going to indulge myself.
Yeah, exactly. We also indulge. Yeah.
I mean, we're in the creative arts, and it's something that I realize I need to much better broaden myself with, which I think I had the advantage of doing that a lot when I was younger, with my wide, like watching a lot of movies, reading a lot of books. Because I've seen a lot of newer, like older creators bemoan the fact that newer creators are pulling from old anime, which why everything feels so the same.
Anymore. Yeah, really, it's the case for anything, right? Is like you get a generation that grew up on the thing, right? And suddenly you're a few degrees removed, kind of from what like the influence was, and that's how you get all of these, like, I'm gonna poo-poo on isekai for a little bit and all gamer light novels in general, but like the source is no longer video games. The source is other light novels riffing on video games, which is how you have things of like, I know y'all aren't out here playing Ultimate games, and yet everybody knows what like a villainous isekai is. Most of y'all are not like it's so easy to dunk on like Sword Art Online or whatever. Be like, they never played this is nothing like an MMO, and then like all the other light novels that are not based on MMOs but are based on Sword Art Online's idea of an MMO, and it becomes very for lack of a better word, like incestuous, basically. How these sort of like subgenres kind of evolve over time.
You're kind of seeing that with a lot of, like Star Wars.
People
who grew up on Star Wars are making the Star Wars stuff now, so it kind of changes that. It's why early video games are so interesting a lot of times, because they pulled people off the street. It's like, what are you into? This? Well, it really has nothing to do with video games, but you have interesting ideas. So come on, and we'll teach you how to program and do all the other stuff. But now that is video games being pulled within video games.
Yeah, and that's always the advice, like no matter what creative field you're in, is like pull from things that are not your creative field. And that is where you're going to get the most interesting stuff out of. If you're a manga artist, watch movies. If you make movies, read manga. Just kind of do whatever is like not being just like in general. And I feel like that's also what makes One Piece so great, is that like Oda's influences are just all over the place. Like he really does. He takes from everything,
Yeah.
And I think that sort of breadth does show up in his work.
Mm-hmm. It's fun to study why One Piece has become as big as it is, and it's just because it's can take from such a wide range of stuff. So, and just look at Oda's office whenever they were doing promotion work for live action season 1.
Yeah, it's just it's like
so much stuff.
It's like a theme park in and of itself.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to chapter 1064, Egghead Labo Phase. And this one floored me. Like, what the hell?
This is awesome. This is so cool.
Blackbeard pirates, Kuzan and Augur. So the sniper is not with Blackbeard right now. He's doing his own thing, doing an operation with Kuzan.
Aokiji.
Aokiji.
Yeah.
How the hell did Aokiji become a Blackbeard pirate?
How indeed. And that's the interesting thing, right? Is that we had these little, like, mostly in Dressrosa, right? Mm-hmm. It was when it was sort of like, I think Burgess was even like, and Blackbeard over the phone, they're like, okay, we have some intel from Kuzan. So there's sort of, we were planting the seed that, like, we don't know what Kuzan is up to, but he's at least, like, colluding with the Blackbeard pirates, or like, has this sort of relationship with them. Nah, man, he is a full-on member of the Blackbeard pirates, which is really interesting.
That is insane to me that he, like...
Yeah.
I lost Aki Inu, and I just joined up with the Blackbeard for some reason.
Exactly. Yeah, I even remember in Punk Hazard, Doflamingo was like, the rumors I hear aren't good. He was like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, so kind of a cool reveal in and of itself, and also that Pudding's been kidnapped by the Blackbeard pirates.
Yeah,
which we now have a reason for Sanji to fight them.
Yeah, all of a sudden the ice makes sense. The kidnapping of Pudding, again, where she's going. It's so interesting. And I almost wonder if this is setting up for Sanji to be fighting Kuzan.
Oh.
Because you got fire versus ice.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of really down with that, actually.
And then this is also the man that kind of tormented Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, at this point, Sanji does kind of... I feel like there's enough of a beef.
There's enough of a beef, I think, that I could see it happening.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down.
We were talking last chapter about Blackbeard is very clearly making his move. He's after the road poneglyphs, just like the rest of them. And he was, very, very particularly, was go get her, right? Like, hey, the two emperors fell. It's time for us to start making our move. They have a girl who can read the poneglyphs potentially, so
she can't do it yet. She's not awakened, but she has the potential.
Yeah.
So
I really do think that, like, I feel bad for Pudding, but I'm glad that she is maintaining relevancy in this way, and it's not this. Oh, we set up this character who can read the poneglyphs, and then just like.
You just stay behind.
Big Mom's operation fell. The crew fell apart, and like we're just kind of not going to do anything with that. It's again, you want to like opportunistic, just immediately. Oh, Big Mom's gone, get her. Yeah,
it's also a really good excuse to have characters like Oven and Katakuri get in and get back in the story.
Exactly. Yeah. I really do think, and we don't really have that much indication of it, really, but like the possibilities feel endless in terms of like who is going to get involved with doing what. Like it just when we get these little peeks into what is going on in the rest of the world, it's like, oh man, like the things are moving.
I love imagining who's getting matched up with who, because of course Augur is going to be going up against Usopp.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way. I think if I had to place anything, I think Frankie's going to go up against Burgess.
Oh yeah, that feels
real
likely.
Good.
Yeah. Why else make him a wrestler, right? If if Frankie already changed his moveset to be primarily suplexes.
True. Then I guess that would make Zoro versus, oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name, the former Impel Down.
Shiryu.
Shiryu.
Yeah, and the fact that he can go invisible now.
Oh yeah.
Feels like a good let's let Zoro like tap into his senses.
Yeah, tap into his senses, tap into his hockey.
Yeah, I think an invisible swordsman would be a really cool fight for Zoro.
Yeah. Oda is doing some real good groundwork.
This is the thing, man. Like, it just gets you excited about the finale.
Oh yeah, and then we got a guy with a sick fruit. So of course we're gonna. There's choppers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like it's all coming together.
Yeah. Oh man. But I really like this chapter because. Law's crew finally gets to do a damn thing.
Yes, and I was kind of concerned. I remember reading this like, oh, we're not gonna cut back to this, right? We're like, okay, they're Oda's telling us Law's fighting Blackbeard, but we're not gonna see this fight. Oh, we're seeing this fight.
Oh, we're seeing the fight because he just Blackbeard's riding on the Pegasus, and he's like, run all you like, there'll be no escape, and he's Law's commanding his crew is like, Hakugun, take the polar tang, Shachi, penguin into the sea, and he prepares his re-room, amputate, and of course that surprises Blackbeard. It's like, I didn't know you could do that. Is that an awaken technique? Because he cuts the Pegasus in half.
Just in half, yeah, which is just cool. Oh yeah, and it's cool the idea that like Blackbeard also he knows some things, but he's still being able to be taken surprised. I'm like, oh crap, he awakened his devil fruit. But it's still he's still got his quake fruit with the trimmer crush. They're fighting in the midair. The shockwaves are just causing chaos everywhere. He's just like, no, damn it, are you dead, Stronger? Too bad, you were a good horse.
He tosses all the bombs at all of them, and we get to see Shachi and Penguin what they can do. Apparently, they can go underwater and just like do like water blasts, which is insane. Fishermen? I don't know if they're fishermen or not. They don't look like fishermen.
Yeah. Or maybe they just swim.
Yeah. Just they would do is like, they just say, don't mess with folks born and raised in the frigid North Blue.
Yeah.
So we're going to ship that sink of yours. And Beppo's, is like, hey, we finally get to see what Jean Bart does. He's a good wall to protect Law while he performs K-Room.
Seeing the... just like the teamwork from Law's crew and the fact that oh god, I had a thought for this. No, it's gone. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Yeah. Oh no, the idea that they're actually really like not just a submarine, but they are actually really adept at like underwater combat.
Yeah, it's nice to have that sort of focus for them. It's one of those things that throughout the entirety of Wano and Dressrosa, we never got a sense of how good Law's crew was, and the fact that they're doing okay,
pretty good. Yeah, they're not overwhelmed by Blackbeard's crew. Like they're doing good.
Yeah, they're coming together as a crew, and Law gets a good hit in on Blackbeard, uses that shock will that was so effective against Big Mom.
Big Mom.
Of course, she required a few, but got him good. And Augur's just like, this is what you get when you charge in without a plan, and uses his warp to rescue him. Should we? And he's just like, should we return to the ship? No, stay on the offensive. And he just warps back in.
Also, interesting question. Van Augur is here, who we saw on the cover page. Where's Kuzan?
Yeah, where's a lot of the other crews? There's only a portion of them, so yeah. There's Blackbeard has his crew out doing other things, so that feels likely that maybe they're going after Kid, or God, maybe headed toward Egghead.
Toward Egghead, you think?
Yeah,
like the best part is like you don't know what Blackbeard is doing, and it like. He really is just the wild card that could literally show up anywhere.
Oh my gosh. But I love how Law says, so all your officers have powers now, which means they all share the same weakness, the sea. But the benefits are worth the risk. That's how the devil fruits work. He's just very reliant on the devil fruits, which rather interesting that. I wonder if that's going to be some sort of downfall for him. Over reliance on devil fruit. Hard to say.
Yeah. I like that. Again, just like of all of like the crews, right? Like that's sort of. I like that Blackbeard has an angle. I guess that like it really is like we're just gonna get all the strongest guys, and that ever since Impel Down, like that was always his plan, and that he had sort of a plan. His plan is kind of no plan, but also a plan.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like the way he runs his crew, like does feel very Luffy like, right? Like it feels very chaotic and in a similar yet different sense.
Yeah, you don't get the sense they're all good friends. It's just we want power. This is our chance.
Yeah,
to
we
power.
all want the same thing.
Yeah, but I do like how Shachi and Penguin are playing into this. Is like they're just going to sink the Blackbeard ship. It's like, oh, you guys are all officers. Sink it. You guys can't do anything without that.
Exactly.
So there's all that, but that's when we find out that they got Augur's here. He's already brought Pudding to Blackbeard's ship, and just like we're experiencing a little attack related turbulence, but it'll pass soon. Our Commodore's the greatest, and I love the confidence from Pudding. She doesn't feel like a damsel in distress here. She's like, if Mama's still alive, you won't be talking like that much longer. But they do go back to it. It's like if the guy we're fighting is the one who killed Big Mom. How's the new era supposed to get going if all the old legends are still kicking around? We don't see a response to that. But also, I really like that look for Pudding.
Oh yeah, it's good look, and just now that Big Mom's gone, she doesn't have to hide the eye anymore. So it is just full out in the open. I really want to see. I'm excited at the idea that Pudding is actually still going to have a role to play in the story.
Yeah, she has a bit of an Elizabeth Swann feel to her character now from Pirates of the Caribbean, which fitting. But we go back to the clash between Law and Blackbeard as we end off with seeing Blackbeard use Black Vortex, and we see a bit of the fight, don't see the end of the fight, and based on the track record, it's not going to probably end up well for Law.
He's toe to toe for now, but I would, I feel like just based on storytelling, reading this, I felt like Blackbeard going down now would feel, but that's not his role,
And also, here's what Law's up to, but also out of commission. Like, okay, we've had Law in here a lot. Let's put him on the back burner.
Yeah, that is also true. Law's kind of had it too good for too long.
But I also love constantly checking in on Aki Inu and just being like, nobody told me being the fleet admiral would be so frustrating because all I could do is wait for this fight to end.
Yeah, sucks to suck.
I love how it's like this is the job he fought so hard for, and it's like
almost killed Aokiji over it. Yeah, it's like not so fun now. I need Sengoku to come back in and point and laugh at him.
I know, right? But it's time to return to Egghead Island, or I guess future island Egghead, and the Pacifista has stopped for now. And we check in on Luffy, who is now age 70. Chopper is also super old, and Jinbei is a little kid. And so is Bonnie, is still a little kid. And between female Law and old Luffy and old Chopper and young Jinbei, it made me realize something. Oda's just taken advantage of all those questions he's gotten for so long in the SBS. It's like, what do these characters look like as little kids? And when they get super old in good times and bad times and that sort of thing. Yes. I love also how it's Monkey D. Luffy in a different future. Like, this isn't actually what he's going to look like at age 70. It's just his bad future type thing.
Yeah. Well, that's also... Wait a minute. Does that, what is Bonnie's power?
That she can choose a different future. I guess this is how she imagined he would be rather than actually is. Because
It's an
essentially
interesting
they
thing to
chose
explain.
Yeah. Essentially, they use this as a disguise because the pacifist is like, well, I don't see them anymore. They're gone.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm going to guess, have we had to confirm it? Because it has to be like something like the age fruit or something like that.
No confirmation yet.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't, either way.
Yeah.
Luffy's like,
if there were, it would have been in Sabaody.
Right. Luffy just goes, hey, I get how you feel, but it ain't really him. If you can't let me beat those ones up, we're going to be in danger. And Chopper just goes, be nice. Sorry, Bonnie. It's just that we've had some bad experiences with pacifistas. And, it's like, so the original was humans, and this is a clone of him. So it makes sense he'd have a family. And it's like, can you turn us back, please?
Yes.
But
I like that Jinbei's kind of like, okay, so here's what I know. Here's what I know about Kuma. He has this little mental image of him as like an angry king, bad vibes. And he started off as the wicked king of the Sorbet Kingdom until the people drove him off and he became a pirate. And Bonnie just has a quiet reaction. And then he goes on to say that he was affiliated with the Revolutionary Army too until the Navy captured and sentenced him to life imprisonment. But Vegapunk was enamored with his muscle and latent abilities, so in exchange for taking part in body augmentation and clone development, Kuma was allowed to turn to freedom as a warlord of the sea. Do I have that right? And Bonnie here just says, the warlord and clone soldier development I can understand, but being turned into a cyborg might as well be a death sentence. Who would ever make such a deal if they knew the consequences from the start? So that is kind of what she's here for.
Yeah. She's like, you basically killed him, so...
Yeah. I want answers.
Yeah. Also, she finds a lightsaber.
Yeah. She says I was a lightsaber now.
And Kuma just goes, that's true, but life in prison is a heavy sentence. How many crimes must Kuma the tyrant have committed? And that's when she like swings down the lightsaber. It's like, my father was not a tyrant. He hated the world government. He would never work for them. They experimented on him by force. And Luffy's just amazed. He's like, that's a laser beam?
Of course, yeah.
This is a scrap heap, so it's full of the remains of Vegapunk's inventions. We could use these.
Frankie, where are you?
I know, right?
Get this man in here.
Bonnie just goes, my point is, it's murder in the name of science. My father told me that he was from a special people, which also might tie into the whole brother of Cobra,
you think?
type thing. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, the special people are also the
like the Celestial Dragons?
Celestial
Or no,
dragons, yeah. Celestial Dragons.
Or just like, or I guess like the descendants, because I guess technically, right, like Cobra is a descendant of who could have been a Celestial Dragon, they just chose not to.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm kind of, if we're going off my brother theory.
Yeah. Well, clearly, Kuma is suddenly a lot more important now, as if he wasn't already important. But it just it doesn't give them the right to kill him. Like that, Luffy's like, yeah, you tell him.
Also, this is begin the butt shots halves. Like maybe Oda's not into panty shots, but if they're already in this outfit.
Yeah, it's butt shots. This arc has so many butts.
Good God,
so many butts. Like just the most butts I've ever seen in One Piece.
Bonnie's just in a that's a superhero movie pose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we got to get
like a Western comics boobs and butt pose.
Exactly. I do like how she keeps the lightsaber though.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, but they all change back to their normal ages at that point. And time to check in on Team Sunny.
You want to talk about superheroes.
Right, still just flying off. This is Vega Force 1, uses jet boosters on the back for propulsion and floats using anti-gravity. It's only possible because of the island's air conditioning, but one day it'll be a reality all over the world. And they're just taking a look over everything. It's like they see the giant monster that Luffy and them had seen. And Lilith is just delighting in showing off all this stuff. It's like, this is the island where we build the future.
Turns out she's not so evil.
Not really.
She's just funny evil.
It's It's kind of wild to see what future island Egghead looks like, though. Because
this is a just beautiful shot.
Yeah, it is just all you can do is just theme park. That's all. That's all you got. Just a theme park. Also, I just realized that NES controller is actually a Game Boy Advance.
Of course.
Or something close to it. But atop the clouds is the Labo phase, where the research happens. Below is the Fabrio phase, the factory level. The workers and researchers live there. Seems like your captain is causing a fuss down below. Well, at least he's all right. So that's how they've ended up in the junk. But they're getting the
also,
VIP.
you want to talk about Egghead? You see the Labo phase is like it's like a cracked egg, like floating in the air.
With punk records up top.
yeah. It's a really cool look. It's like floating above the clouds.
Yeah, that's great playing the double. Great playing the pun. Essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's Egghead in multiple meanings of the word.
Mm-hmm. So they arrive. They're sat on the clouds, and think, "Hey, aren't you coming, Zorro and Brooke? I'm on ship watch." Me too. I go like, no, we're staying right here, which is probably for the best. It's like, I don't trust that woman. And turns out that the Labo phase is on essentially a sky island that Vegapunk created.
Yes.
It's just like how it was. It's like, by perfectly controlling the island's air systems, we can modify the density of the pyrobloin and moisture in the condensation nuclei, thus recreating the island clouds and sea clouds from sky islands. It's like, good deduction. It's like, we didn't deduce that.
Yes. Nerd.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But before they can enter, they got to get suited up.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah. So stick your feet in the Dom shoes, push the lever down yourself, and they'll shrink to fit any foot. This
handy.
Is which I guess we should mention the Dom shoes because I didn't know this. You mentioned this to me afterwards, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah, it's a Gundam reference.
Just
the Dom is a mobile suit from the original Gundam, and it has the same shape, and I think the same color even. It's like a purple.
So time to see their outfits, and I mean, I can't really complain about Robin or Nami. You said that you weren't too hot on the Egghead looks, and honestly, Luffy's is kind of the most standard for now for me, and Chopper.
Yeah,
but Frankie, Robin, Nami, I dig all those. Kind of dig Usopp's as well. Sanji's is kind of funny just because he doesn't get to look futuristic. He's stuck in the floral pattern the same as Jinbei.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that these are just fine for me. Weirdly enough, I feel like Robin is my line. I feel like Robin is where I'm like, all right. I love the jacket, but she's basically only wearing a jacket.
I know she's essentially only in panties and a jacket.
Yeah, I just like okay, like that. That is sort of where I'm like. Also, Frankie, not in a Speedo.
No,
or maybe the first time ever.
It might have been like one other time during like one of the movies where he got dressed up.
Yeah, it's. I don't dislike it, but it is one of those like.
But it's also you look
weird.
At Usopp and it's almost like they're naked. So it's
yeah.
they're
He's naked. In like full body tights, but like the same as Lilith basically.
Yeah,
like a full body. But it just does look like he's naked.
I do love the visor, the futuristic visor, but then top it off with a little toy crank on the top of his head.
Yeah,
that's perfect for Frankie. Usopp's comment. I don't know about Usopp's comment. It's like, you look tough. I do.
Yeah, right.
And Frankie's like, what about me? It's like, you look like a perv. You're making me blush.
Which is weird. This is the least perv that he's ever looked.
Yeah.
This is the most clothes I've seen Frankie wear.
But he's a perv in any outfit, so that's true. That would be.
It's not the perv on the outside. It's the perv on the inside.
Exactly. Oh gosh, but then we end off with a very interesting conversation Being a genius means being able to see even what your own future contains. What do you mean, Vegapunk? I suspect that my death is imminent. Stop telling bad jokes. They're not funny. So I wanted you to hear me out, Dragon. So that's the one that's talking to.
On the
what do
phone.
You mean, Vegapunk? And stop telling. Yeah. So
what does a government employee talking to the leader of the revolutionaries?
Yeah. So you never, for whatever reason, I never got a real sense that Vegapunk was loyal to the world government. It's just, hey, this is how I get my funding. That's the fact of a scientist. That's always what I sort of interpreted.
That's kind of the correct interpretation. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting that it's even more pointed that it's Shaka the Good that's speaking with Dragon.
Yeah. And the idea that he just, for whatever reason, sees his death coming, which is an interesting kind of, I guess, hook.
Yeah.
What might be happening next? So,
can we protect Vegapunk? Essentially,
right? Yeah. What is Vegapunk's role in this whole story going to be? Since it's like we don't really have any impetus to protect him. Bonnie wants to kill him. CP0's on the way to kill him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to kill him. So,
yeah.
Guess we'll see. But yeah. Well, shall we get to our final chapter of the set? Chapter 1065, 6 Vegapunks. And I think you can tell that Film Red was doing really well because this is 2 months after the movie came out or something like that. Or actually, no, it got its early release. So this is this celebrates wide release.
Okay.
It's because August was back when it did this. And this next week, this would have been November 8th or something like that. Or 7th. So yeah, this is for the wide release. This color spread.
Cool. And it's a good one. I love that shot of Uta with the black wings.
Oh, it's so good, and to see just all the crews together, but also this is more obvious that Gear 5's in the movie than in the movie itself.
Yes.
That's funny. But yeah. Well, getting into the chapter itself, we're in the labo phase where Zoro, Brook, and Caribou are having a conversation.
Yes.
So, of course, Zoro's explaining, he's like, it's a government island. Who's going to break them out if they get captured? And Brook was like, yep, that was my thought as well. Want some tea? And Caribou's like, oh, and then they're like, oh, you're still here, Caribou? He's like, no, I know I said I'd take a ride to anywhere as long as I got off Wano, but not here. This is a government island. It's like, oh, you helped our captain in Wano. Thanks. Get off.
It's funny that almost similar to Luffy, right? That is like, hey, you did us a favor, so I will say thank you, but also get out. Yeah. Which, I mean, you want to talk about, again, Caribou lasting way longer than I thought.
The fact that he's still applicable. I mean, not like he's consistent, a constant presence, like Law.
No, he's the 11th Straw Hat.
Yeah. Oh God. But way more consistent than you'd ever expect at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
But we get to the lab where they get to be impressed by an escalator.
Yeah. The future.
So futuristic. Apparently, though, the island's power source is fire, since it can be converted to all types of energy. So there's a lot of natural resources. And she's long researched what can be burned for energy. I thought if only there were such a thing as an undying flame, we could create our own sun. Which, getting back into the sun thing again.
Yeah. Also, the undying flame part. We've now learned that there's just people who can do that.
Yeah, so that's rather interesting. Huh.
Yep.
But she then just walks through the door, as in phases through it. And they're like, hey, help us open up. It's like, hey, walk through, just ignore your eyes. And then she gets a call from another Vegapunk, Edison. And even Robin's like, how did we just pass through? How does that work? Especially because it's, now we pass through is a normal metal door on the other side.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's the future.
But Lilith has vanished. Somebody says to just keep walking forward. This is Edison. So glad you came. Keep going straight like I told you. And Nami has begun plotting to steal all the treasure.
Yes, of course.
It's like, what kind of treasure is that? Like flowers made of jewels. I get it. I don't get it. You a dreaming girl or a greedy old hag?
You just love in the background the future kick. Kicks Usopp.
So good.
That's great. I love these two.
And that's when they come across Jinbei, or rather Seraphim Jinbei. Young Jinbei. Yes. Has the PX tattoo, as you can see on his thing. I love like how they explain how he can do his water fishman jutsu, because they have a water patch on his wrist. Like part of his wrist is filled with water.
That is not what that is.
Oh.
Yeah. There's an explanation for what that will be. Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Huh. I was like, oh, that's smart in order for him to be able to do his fishman karate.
One would think.
Yeah. But very interesting that we have, he's Seraphim 4. It's, of course, young Jinbei. It's 98%. A lot of stats in here. It's hard to tell what's going on here. But I like how they were like, what is this? Well, possibility 1, it's Jinbei's son. Possibility 2, he got turned into a child. Possibility 3, it's just a lookalike. I mean, he's got wings and seems off in general. And then, no, I think it's possibility 4. This is a pacifista, and he starts just attacking them. So,
uh-oh. Yeah. And it was apparently still can do the, as a pacifista, can do the light beams.
Yeah. So, that ain't good. And, I like how it's these 5 against pacifista. It's a very interesting setup. So Nami's like, oh, it's a clone soldier of Jinbei. And I love this scene. Just because you're a child does mean I'll go easy on you.
Yes. And he does.
Just like Sanji and women,
it's Nami and children. Fair enough. And our Seraphim Jinbei just kind of, he does a little beep boop. And then he swims into the ground. And, they're like, he has powers. And, of course, we got Zeus out, like, we fight Nami. And then Frankie's like, I know that power.
I'm a little concerned for Senor Pink.
Right. Did we kill him and take his devil fruit?
That's a good question. I don't know what happened to Senor Pink. I don't know.
I feel like that'd be. I feel like Blackbeard is one thing. Would they just be the government? Just be not Senior Pink, man. You can't just be executing people.
I know, right? But I also can see it happening. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's wild, but this Seraphim grabbing Nami like that pisses off Sanji. He's like, it's death for you, even if you are Jinbei.
Yes,
he just does a flame kick right into him.
Yeah,
sends him flying. And I love how it also pisses off Robin. It's like, same as him. I won't let you get away with that.
Yeah.
I think she might be pissed just because it is Jinbei, or it looks like Jinbei.
Yeah.
So
and she does her Gigante Fleur from the Black Maria fight.
Yeah, it looks so cool. I like how Robin is just getting more and more emotive. It's very subtle.
It is, yeah, and I feel like more and more involved with things. It feels like.
Mm-hmm. But it gets into the uses that ability to go below, goes to attack her. And I love the Usopp's right here. It's just like, let's get my Skull Blast Grass to take care of that. And, it's like, even though it's not Jinbei, I don't feel great about this. It's like, okay, Usopp on the case. That's good.
Yeah. We're all fighting together, which is always cool to see for the Straw Hats.
Yeah. Except Usopp immediately gets grabbed because he missed. And, that's when Frankie's like, hey, I got this. Usopp, don't move. And he uses his radical beam to take care of it. And this actually surprises Edison. He's like, wait, he just shot a laser. Who is that guy? That was a close one. The Seraphim are still children. They're not ready for laser tests yet. So I like that Frankie kind of impressed Vegapunk.
Yeah, it's like, hey, oh snap! Again, yeah, that's the relationship here with their technology. It's very, very cool. Even Lilith is pissed. She's like, you can say that again. Do you have any idea how much a single seraphim costs? I ought to twist your heads off. So evil. I wasn't gonna go that far. I now that we're seeing Edison on screen, I love his design. He's just a little goober.
Yeah, he's just a little robot dude. Honestly, that's all he looks like.
Yeah.
And then we get to see Pythagoras the Wise, who basically looks like, is it Gato from Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
The singing robot. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. But I also like how, here's the origin point of... I like the fashions that they use are just the fashions that everybody else has.
Right, yeah.
So I'm going to say whenever we meet the twisting thing, the wind-up toy.
Yeah.
Insignificant prediction. I think the main body of Vegapunk is going to be in a Hawaiian shirt. That's where that fashion comes from.
That would make a weird amount of sense, actually. I'm trying to think, and I actually don't remember, which is even funnier.
We've seen so many other all the other fashions at this point. So
yes,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
but I like how
Robin's got the jacket from Lilith as well.
Yeah, so it's just all bits and pieces of all their fashions coming into play, and I think Chopper got the helmet from Edison here.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I also Edison's like, I just thought of a new invention. You wrap this up, Pythagoras. I gotta go draw a plan. So busy. And he has an assist tabby coming with him, and Pythagoras is like, oh, you don't get fascinating battle data like this every day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime input. And they're all writing up stuff. Is like, the ideas just keep flowing. You got to do the eating for me, York. And then just so you see, we finally see York is just this really big girl.
Yes.
Just
all she does is
stuffing her face.
Yep. Yeah, I love that. They're so into this now. We have Pythagoras is like, the Seraphim's attack patterns evolve as they grow. Does that mean that the bloodline elements, which Punk Hazard,
that seems to keep coming up.
Yeah, record an individual's experiences, a possible approach to the issues caused by the growth acceleration, pulse BPM of 90, more green blood. He's like, I need to use the bathroom, but I can't waste time. We just cut to the bathroom, and that our very large York that we saw before walking out and is now normal sized in the battle panties. And she just goes
very proud of herself.
Yes. And that they're all linked.
So we see where Robin's outfit came from.
Yes. And so they're both like, much better. And then Atlas is just like, digestion punch. And then York just goes to sleep.
Yeah, I love. It's like that's York's fourth EPS cycle. I think that's eat pee sleep cycle.
Yes.
Of the day, which I love how they just have a body that takes care of all the other things that the others need to do. Yes. It's just like she doesn't think, she just takes care of bodily functions.
Exactly. You can kind of see how all the different, yeah, she's cute. I love seeing how all the different Vegapunks like work together and stuff. And so we are kind of getting an idea of like, oh no, there are 7 of them.
Take all the data to Pythagoras. Prep Edison's experiment to the idiot simulation room. Like it's a chaotic.
Yeah. There's a whole operation running here.
And that's when we finally see, that's enough, Seraphim, and it's like return, and all of a sudden all the Straw Hats realize they can't move. And hey, it's Shaka. It's like, Edison, Lilith, Pythagoras, I trust you're all satisfied. Oh, that's too bad. What does he think he's doing? He's ruining the best part. They're ready to keep going.
Yes.
But nope. We get a proper introduction to Shaka the Good. And yeah, just straight up Daft Punk with
the jacket is sweet.
Coat.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
Definitely Shaka and Lilith are my favorite designs of these.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You definitely have Oda going with his silly designs for the others, but these two, like, no, these two are meant to be cool.
Yeah, exactly. I think I straight up want that jacket. I'm sure somebody's made it, and I'm sure I can't afford it.
Oh, I'm sure. That looks like an expensive jacket.
Yeah.
Also, there's no way I'd look as good in it. There's just
That is-
no. You would. I would not.
I appreciate that. Maybe I need a Daft Punk helmet too.
Yeah, give me the helmet and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
That'll help things out.
Oh man.
But we find out that the Dom shoes are under the control of the laboratory's magnetic field, so they can't do anything. They're literally stuck to the floor, and they've been under their control the entire time. Not great.
Not great. And I like Robin is immediately just resistance is futile. I take it, and Shaka just says, "I cannot trust any pirates." Usopp says, "We also met a woman Vegapunk and heard an announcer Vegapunk." Yes, I am also Vegapunk. And then Usopp, straight out of SpongeBob joke, "Am I Vegapunk?"
Frankie, no. It really is a SpongeBob joke right there.
Yes, it's good. It's good.
But then we get some interesting dialogue from Shaka. He says, "Does this island look like the future to you?" And Frankie, of course, goes into it. The future? Between the mecha sea beast outside, the Vega Force 1, and the island's air systems, this place is the super future. And I've never seen a town that looks anything like this one. He's like, "I want to wander around and see everything to learn what kind of tech you're packing. We don't got to be enemies. Come on, Vega."
Yeah, he's so excited.
And that's when
so cute.
He's like a little kid. It's so good.
Yeah.
And that's when Shaka says, "This place is the past."
Ooh.
Which,
oh
what?
baby. Oh baby.
Oh, we are feeding into that lost century. Oh my god.
Let's get it. Let's keep going a little bit before we get into it, because this is a banger ending.
Yeah, because we just have this slight cut to Luffy's crew as they're still exploring this junkyard, and they find this giant warrior, as we see. It's solid metal. It's like, what is it? Did it used to move? It does. If it does, it's future tech, but it looks too old for that. And that's when Shaka goes on. It's like, if I told you that Egghead wasn't the only one, that there was once a kingdom just as highly advanced as this that actually existed 900 years ago, would you believe me? And that's how we end.
Yeah, we just see that just beautiful spread of like the sunlight coming through. We see this like giant robot, shadowed out and scratchy. It looks like there's like moss growing on it. There's a sword, like a giant sword sticking out of it. It is an incredible shot.
Yeah,
and
that's looks so cool.
Vegapunk is just straight up like, "I have Void Sensory stuff here." What about it?
Yeah. Also, that shot, the way it has moss over it, that is such a Castle in the Sky reference.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Not the same design, of course, but
yeah, but
everything else about
the vibe is so Castle in the Sky.
Yeah.
I was, once I saw that this was our last page for this week, I was like, yes. This, can you see why I like this arc?
I know, right? It's
every
like,
time a giant robot is on screen, I'm like Frankie here. I'm just like, eee!
This has been a very fun arc so far. So much intrigue. It's like we're not getting answers at all, but it feels like we're almost kind of getting answers, even though we're not.
Yeah,
it's like
even though
answers in the form of questions to set up other things.
Yeah, like it's, to me, it is interesting how immediate it is. That it is like, okay, we're in this arc, and it is just like Oda feels like he's just going, "Did you want to know this? It is dense." And we cut to Law versus friggin' Blackbeard for like about roughly a chapter total, I think, like by page count.
Yeah,
and it is just like, okay, what's happening on Egghead? Here's a little taste of what's happening in the world. We got the Kuzan thing is crazy, and just sort of ending with, oh, we're gonna learn a little bit about the Void Century, and that like this is part of just kind of a thing that Vegapunk just casually has, and is like, yeah, I have this here. There's the idea of like our first kind of real indication, basically, of the level of technology that the world was in prior to the Void Century, prior to the establishment of the world government. Like, I feel like the reveal of this like giant robot I feel like it says everything you need to know. And
it also kind of sets up why our super weapons, that we just saw.
Right. Yeah. Also, the idea that this is not an ancient weapon.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good God. So, remember this was just about pirates going out to sea?
Yeah. I like I said, this arc's for the lore heads. Things I feel like we just have gotten complicated just fast enough.
The strange anachronisms just tying into each other is throughout the entire series, just culminating in this is kind of fascinating.
Yeah, I love the interplay too between the future and the past. It's sort of all we've seen on Egghead is like, wow, the world is so futuristic. This is beyond anything of our understanding right now. And Vegapunk is just like, you don't even know the half of it.
This is nothing. I'm just rediscovering things.
Exactly, right? Like, we'll have to see. Clearly a man or 7 people with a lot of secrets.
Yeah. Oh my God. What does the main body do? That'll be a very interesting question.
Oh, I feel like I have a general idea of next week. I'm excited. I'm gonna say that probably every week for this arc. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like I said, this is basically my second favorite arc in the whole series. So I'm
down.
Oh, I'm living it up. Living it up right now.
This is a really good introduction.
Yeah.
Oh man. I couldn't even predict where it's going next because it all depends on what more do they see, who else arrives on the island. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
I feel like just the right amount. Just things are happening.
How long do we wait until we get the Kuma flashback, which is absolutely going to be a thing?
Yeah, and CP0's involvement certainly. Also the idea that like again we just had a little hint of it, but the fact that he's Vegapunk, as has been built up over the course of the entire series, has done so much work for the government. Has done so much. He invented the pacifistas. He invented the seraphim. And it's like, okay, we got to go kill this guy for one reason or another.
I know why all of a sudden do they want to kill him?
Yeah.
So maybe it's because he is in contact with the revolutionaries.
That is certainly quite damning off the bat.
Yeah, it might be just he was so useful for the longest time and would do these things, but now they're like, not worth it.
Right. Yeah, that's the interesting thing is that, like, clearly, potentially that the world government is like, okay, we got the Seraphim, we don't need you anymore. We're good. We're Gucci. Mm-hmm. But then also we're kind of, as we're seeing throughout this set, is like the Seraphim are also not complete and apparently very expensive to make.
Yeah, we're not going to have the mass-produced models like we did for the pacifistas of Kuma.
Not quite. Yeah, so it's a really interesting point in time. Both narratively and in terms of technology.
It might also be because so many things are happening that it's just like, no, we can't have loose ends falling into
right. Like he might be kind of
wrong hands.
Kind of a liability at this point. Especially if the world government is like, they know that Luffy's here.
Yeah, if they don't know that, the fact that Joy Boy's back is
also true.
Significant issue.
Yeah. Also, since we now know that, and of course, right, that like the world government wants to stamp out any sign of the Void Century, right? Like they're all about like, do not touch any of that. And then here's Vegapunk like, so I have this giant robot, just kind of chilling here.
Yeah. It's gonna be I can't wait to find out more.
Yeah.
Oh man, I keep coming back to the fact that it's like, oh god, we're catching up so quick.
Yeah, we are. We
are close to catching up.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna start hitting stuff that I'm just like, yeah, I don't have an answer for this currently.
And a big part of me is kind of excited for that, honestly.
Yes, I just get to theorize. I just get to start throwing stuff out, which is great. Look.
Yeah. I've been doing all these theories for the longest time. Finally, time for you.
Yes.
To start
Oh
See
no.
what we come up with together. I feel like I have a decent track record.
Yeah. You looks like you've got some stuff completely right.
Well, with that, I believe we've said all we've wanted to say about chapters 1061 to 1065 of One Piece. Thank you so much for listening, and you can find more of my ramblings and stream VODs over at BitNerd Games on YouTube or simply BitNerd on BlueSky. And Brandon, where can everyone find you at?
I am Brandon Bovia on BlueSky, talking about anime, manga, games, and my job. And I'm gonna I think by the time this episode is out, I will have a very exciting project announcement, but I don't know about the timing, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'll talk about it, I think, next week. But
nice,
potentially relevant to a lot of folks. I feel like this audience would dig it.
Nice. Well, I'm quite curious.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. And if you'd like to help us out more, you can support the podcast over at patreon.com/Derrick Bittner. That's DerrickBitner to listen to the next episode ad-free 3 days early, as well as patron-exclusive bonus episodes. And make sure to return next time as we discuss chapters 1066 to 1070 of One Piece. So until then, my friends, bye.
Remember to take life one piece at a time.
This isn't his fault, so don't hurt my father, I'm begging you!